All right, guys, part 4, M109R Suzuki. Split the cases, got all the bearings, these half rings out. There's also one right here that I didn't notice. This one is also color coded, although I can't really see what color. It kind of looks like there's, well, I don't know, kind of looks like there's some black on there, and I believe that is one of the options. So that'll go in the bag with everything else. And if you remember from my, either was my first or second video, these bearings, they are also color coded, and you can see there's some red there, so I'm going to say they're red. So we're going to keep track of all these, and although these ones didn't wear down like the others, you want to replace them all. It's going to be best to just replace them all. You don't ever want to do one or two, because that can throw the balance off as far as, you know, like wobble in the shaft. Possibly. Maybe, maybe not. So that's that. Cases are done. Not done. These are going to be dipped for cleaning. Eventually, I got to remove all these extra parts, so everything can be cleaned, and I'll dip them to get them extra clean before I start the reassembly. Okay, so now the damage. It's a lot worse than I thought it was going to be, unfortunately, and that is not good. I'm pretty sad about that. As far as this is actually, you know, I pulled it off the top and flipped it over, but it's actually the lower case, and that doesn't seem like there's any damage in there. It's just a little grime and stuff, but there's no real damage to the walls or anything like that I can tell. However, on this one, this is another story. So this one's another story, but this is actually the upper case. But the walls here, so you can see where this groove is. That's where that one spacer sat, that black one, allegedly black. But it looks like this case here got some damage, and that kind of got ground down. It's rough, kind of jaggedy edges. It's got a weird pattern here. And that is not normal. That should be all black like everything else. And that is on one side. And if you swing around to the other side, this side is much worse. And this is the side that had the bad rocker arm. But man, that's bad. I honestly don't know at this point what I can do with it. I'll have to discuss it with the client and see and check all options. I'm going to have to research it though. You know, the likelihood of replacing the whole thing. I think I'm going to have to though. And also, so this is the side with the bad piston, the bad rocket arm, I'm sorry. And where that's all ground down in there, you can kind of see it on this gear right here. It's from about here to about here. So it's kind of telling me that the thing was kind of running like this, you know, like sideways, rocking, all cockeyed. That's what this indicates to me. But this is terrible. Man, oh man. Man, that's bad. Okay, let's take this connecting rod off real quick and see what kind of bituminous things we see in here. Let me set this up. All right, let me get this off here. Oh, look at this. Look at this right here. That's part of the bearing. Wow, look how thin that got. It's like paper thin. And then I had mentioned earlier that there was some deformation, and you can really see it here. Let me grab a rag to wipe that down. Man, look at how black that is. You know, if this thing would have got hotter, there's a good chance it could have just snapped right there and broke. Maybe. Look at that. A little jagged edge. That's sharp. That'll cut you. Both sides. So they're supposed to have, when they're installed, they're supposed to have a little side play this way, just a little bit. You know, we're talking thousandths of an inch, but not up and down like this, you know. And that's what happened when that bearing just kind of disintegrated into nothing, kind of rattled around in there. I have a new connecting rod, and you can kind of see what it should look like. Man, what a difference. The part number for that from Partzilla, if anybody needs to know, it's right there. That's for the connecting rod. Okay. This here, I'm going to have to measure, make sure it's not all, make sure it's to spec. I really hope I don't have to replace the whole shaft, or even if the owner even wants to go to that extreme, that extent. So that's where we're at. That's the damage so far. I'm going to have to talk with him and see which direction we're going. Thanks for watching again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm going to try and be more regular about posting. So keep your eyes open. Thanks a lot. Danny out.